All right, let's get right into it. So BYD, one of the biggest EV makers on the planet, well, they are officially coming to North America. And listen, they're not just like testing the waters. Nope. They're dropping 5 of their most advanced, best-selling cars right into Canada, starting in 2026. This isn't just some new model year announcement. This is a full-on planned invasion. And this quote? It just nails the feeling, doesn't it? We're talking about a combination of technology and aggressive pricing that the market here, well, it's just never seen anything like it. It's a total, direct challenge to how things have always been done. So that's really the big question we're digging into. Why is everyone treating this BYD move like such a massive deal? Well, the answer is in the 5 specific cars they're bringing over. Each one is basically designed to attack a different part of the market with just overwhelming force. So let's start at the foundation of this whole thing with car number 5, the BYD Dolphin Mini. The source material calls it a pissed-off cyber mouse, and you know what? That's perfect. This thing is designed to completely shatter everything you think you know about value. Yeah, just look at that number, $11,000. That is the starting price. Just let that sink in for a second. For a brand new all-electric car packed with tech. I mean, to really get what that means, let's compare it to what else that kind of money gets you. And this says it all, right? For the same cash, you could get a 10-year-old compact car that's probably seen better days, or a brand new EV with a full warranty and all the modern stuff. This comparison alone has to be sending shivers down the spines of car execs who just can't touch that price. And don't for a second think that cheap means it's going to look boring. I mean, look at it. The styling is sharp, it's futuristic, it's aggressive. It's got these angular LED lights and sculpted lines that just make it look way more expensive than it actually is. That's the whole point. And look at what you get for that 11 grand. We're talking about BYD's super safe Blade battery, a 200-mile range that's perfect for driving around town and features like a rotating screen, something you usually only see on cars that cost 3 times as much. It's just an insane package. Okay, let's move on to car number 4 and see how this whole thing builds. So if the Dolphin Mini was an attack on the budget car, the BYD Shark 6 is a straight-up assault on the heart and soul of the North American market, the mid-size pickup, and it's bringing some hybrid tech that pretty much embarrasses the competition. I mean, just check out these specs. The Shark 6 isn't just a little bit better, it's playing a completely different sport. We're talking over 430 horsepower, a 0 to 60 time that would leave some sports cars in the dust, and a high-tech, independent suspension that means it's gonna ride like a fancy SUV, not some rickety old work truck. So how does it do all that? With this really advanced hybrid system. The gas engine isn't actually turning the wheels most of the time. It's acting like a power plant for the electric motors. And what that gets you is the instant, precise power of an EV, which is a huge deal for quick acceleration and for control when you're off-road. And this right here is a total game changer for how you'd actually use a truck. That big battery lets the truck basically work as a generator on wheels. You could run your power tools at a job site or let up an entire campsite for a weekend. It stops being just a truck and becomes this incredibly useful power source. All right, on to car number 3, and the source material is pretty blunt about this one. It says this is the car that is literally keeping Elon Musk up at night. This is the BYD Seal. It's aimed squarely at the Tesla Model 3, and the goal is to beat it on every front: tech, performance, and luxury. So what's the secret sauce here? It's this thing called cell-to-body technology. And honestly, it's kind of brilliant. See, instead of building a car frame and then just bolting a big battery pack underneath it, BYD basically fuses them together. The top cover of the battery becomes the floor of the car. So why should you care about that? Well, it makes the whole car frame incredibly stiff. We're talking as rigid as some supercars. And that makes it safer in a crash, makes it handle way better around corners, and because it saves so much space, you actually get more room inside. And this just shows you what that engineering leads to. The all-wheel drive version has 530 horsepower. That doesn't just match its main rival, it actually beats it. And, well, it absolutely dwarfs a popular sporty car like the Civic Si. It's not even close. Okay, so now we're going to leave the world of normal cars completely behind, because the last 2 models, they come from BYD's super high-end, ultra-luxury brand, Yang Wang. These are the show-off cars, right? The ones designed to prove they can do things with technology that, frankly, seem impossible. Let's start with this beast, the U8L. And yeah, you read that right. It's a massive 7,000-pound luxury SUV that puts out over 1,100 horsepower. Oh, and it has an emergency float mode. So if you drive into deep water, the whole thing seals up and it uses its wheels like propellers to motor you back to safety. Wild. And here's the crazy part, it's all an automated emergency sequence. The car senses the water, lifts itself up, seals the cabin, and then starts propelling itself. It's an unbelievable piece of engineering, all meant to be the ultimate safety net if you get caught in a flash flood. It can also do 360-degree tank turns on the spot. Because why not? And that brings us to car number 1, the Yangwang U7. If the U8L is a luxury tank, this thing is a luxury spaceship. This is BYD's mic drop moment. Their statement to the world that they can go head-to-head with the most elite performance car brands and maybe even win. Let's just start with the power. Nearly 1,300 horsepower. That comes from 4 separate electric motors. I mean, that's just a staggering number that puts it right up there with hyper sedans that cost 2 or 3 times as much. But it's not just about raw power. This car actually holds the world record for being the most aerodynamic production car ever made. A drag coefficient of 0.195 means it slices through the air better than almost anything, which is really important for our next number. And that's what you get. You combine all that crazy power with that world-class aerodynamic design and a huge battery, and you get a claimed range of over 500 miles. It's the whole package. Unbelievable power, incredible efficiency, and massive range. So what's the big picture here? What does this all add up to? Well, it's not just one car company bringing over one car to compete in one category. This is a coordinated 5-front attack. You've got everything from an $11,000 commuter car to a 1,300 horsepower hyper sedan. They are hitting every single part of the market all at the same time. And that brings us right back to where we started. But now we get it, right? We have all this context. When you see this entire lineup, it becomes so clear that this is a carefully planned strategic disruption. So the question isn't,